Hello everybody, thanks for tuning into our YouTube channel. I'm John Tillotson, the coordinator for the Sheet Metal Institute. In this video I'm going to explain how to navigate our website and online application. Starting at our homepage www.sheetmetalinstitute.org, you can navigate to our apprenticeship page to learn about our programs. We have two 5-year programs. There's links to our state standards and descriptions of the work here. Apprenticeship includes OJT, on-the-job training. Unlike traditional higher education, you earn what you learn, working full-time and attending classes part-time. Our instructors are all experienced sheet metal workers. 8,000 OJT and 1,000 class hours means you are an expert when you complete our program and on your way to becoming a master sheet metal mechanic. You'll start at 50% of journey rate, but you'll receive a raise every 6 months. After 1 year, you will be making 20% more than when you started. Our full family health care package is in addition to the hourly wage, and you won't have to pay to add dependents along the way. You'll also receive a pension in addition to your wages. More than 70 employers are signatory to our local union, so opportunities abound. Our classes are like shop classes on steroids, and with class sizes much smaller than you're used to, you'll get lots of hands-on and attention from the instructor. You'll be a member of the Sheet Metal, Air, Rail, and Transportation Union. We have accredited training centers in all 50 states and Canada. When you graduate, you'll get a certificate of completion from the state and a journey card that's recognized by every smart local in North America. We cover Oregon and Southwest Washington with training centers in Portland and Springfield. Go to our campuses page to take virtual tours of the two facilities. You can go to our career info and opportunities pages to learn about the different facets of our craft, from HVAC to architectural, service, welding, fabrication, computer animated design, and more. Now, you don't have to know anything about our trade to apply, but you will need to know something about it in order to interview effectively. You'll want to dazzle the interviewers with your broad knowledge of what a sheet metal worker does. So check out our other videos and playlists on our YouTube channel. I suggest starting with a day in the life of a sheet metal worker on our ITI playlist. You can also find amazing videos and pictures of the work we do by clicking on the links found on our contractors page. If you're done with your research and you think this career is for you, go to our Apply Now page. Here you'll find the requirements and steps to apply. The minimum requirements are you must be 18 years old, have a diploma or GED, and take a placement test. Work Keys tests are available at your local work source or employment office and at many colleges and high schools. Email us for current ACCUPLACER testing availability through Mount Hood Community College. The Essential Functions job analysis covers the cognitive and physical requirements. Now, these are just the minimums. To ensure entry into our program, you'll want to rank high on our pool of eligibles based on points given out for additional documented experience and your interview. Our additional documents page lists the points available to you. Veterans get 10 points. Points are awarded for CTE and math classes. And even though only one form of placement test is required, you can get more points by taking both tests. Even if you don't score above the minimums for automatic points, it will show the interview committee your initiative. There are links to study guides here and more links in the FAQs. We also give points for these listed pre-apprenticeship and trades academies. If you have done any construction or construction-related work, you get points for that. This could include building cabinets, digging ditches, erecting fence, building decks. Sheet metal experience could include anything from welding to installing duct or gutter. Classified worker means working for one of our signatory contractors before getting into the apprenticeship. Contact us about joining the union and becoming a classified worker. You can do this before or after you apply because you can submit more points every 3 months. even if it is going back and retaking the work keys test to get gold level. A resume, letters of recommendation, credentials, and other training and schooling can all help you get more points in your interview. You'll be scored based on these listed categories. Okay, let's go back to the Apply Now page. After submitting your documents, you'll be directed to fill out the online application. Be ready to enter your work history, including contact information. Interviews are scheduled the month following your application submission. Pool of eligibles rankings are based on combined interview and documentation scores. If you got all that, you're ready to submit your documents. First, enter your contact information. Then upload your documents. I suggest putting them all in one folder beforehand. I've got my driver's license, my final high school transcripts, and testing results. For additional documents, I'm going to choose more than one. I'm going to hold down Control so I can do so. You might include a portfolio of projects you've done, from AutoCAD drawings you did in high school to the deck you built for grandma to welding projects you tackled in your garage or at work. You'll also want to include any industry credentials you might have: CFC license, OSHA 30 card, a rigging course, ICE or NATE certs, welding certs. I also suggest including a resume and a cover letter and any letters of recommendation, along with any other education, work experience, or training you've had, like a college transcript. Now you can see I've got all the files loaded. Now I can hit submit and it'll take us to our online application. The first section is personal information. Everything with an asterisk is required. All of the following application questions require an answer. Which apprenticeship are you applying for? Which region? Region 1 is Portland area. Region 2 is Douglas and Lane County. Region 3 is Coos County. Region 4 is in the Medford area. And Region 5 is in the Bend area. We'd like you to tell us in detail how you heard about our program. In the education section, tell us how many years of formal education you completed. For instance, if you graduated high school, it would be 12 years. You have a bachelor's degree, 16 years, etc. Have you submitted a final transcript showing you graduated from high school? Enter the name and location of the high school from which you graduated and list your cumulative GPA, or NA if you received a GED. Have you submitted documentation showing you earned a GED? Enter each category score from your GED, or NA if you graduated from high school. Answer the questions in the testing section. Have you turned in documentation showing ACCUPLACER Test placement into Math 60 or above? Have you turned in documentation showing ACCUPLACER Test placement into Writing 101 or above? Enter your ACCUPLACER test information, location, score, and placement, or NA if you did not take the ACCUPLACER test. Have you turned in documentation showing you earned the NCRC Silver or above by taking the Work Keys test? And if so, what was your score on the math? What was your score on workplace documents? What was your score on graphic literacy? In the work history section, you're going to do some heavy typing. You're going to list your current or most recent employer, include the city, the state, their phone number, and the date range from and to. Give your job title, description of the work performed, and your reason for leaving. And please indicate whether we may contact this employer. Then you're going to list other relevant employers, their city, state, and phone numbers, and date ranges, and job titles, descriptions of work, reasons for leaving. Does your work history information entered above show classified worker experience? Does your work history information above show sheet metal experience? Does it show construction experience? Construction related experience? Have you submitted a copy of your driver's license for 5 points? Have you turned in documentation seeking 8 points for having completed one of the following: Oregon Tradeswomen, Cascadia Technical Academy, Constructing Hope, etc.? Have you turned in documentation seeking 6 points for having completed one of the following: Lane County Pre-Apprenticeship for High School Youth, or CTEC in Salem-Keizer? Have you turned in a DD-214 seeking 10 points for military service? Have you turned in documentation seeking points for having passed a geometry class or a trig class? Have you turned in documentation seeking points for taking CTE classes in high school or community college? Then we have what we call pre-interview statements. Have you read the Essential Functions Job Analysis form? Related instruction includes 5 weeks per year, 40 hours per week, Monday through Friday. You may be required to attend class on Saturday or in the evenings. Missing more class than the attendance policy allows will result in a fail for the week. Will this cause you any problems? Do you understand that failure to attend school could result in the cancellation of your apprenticeship agreement? Do you have any plans that might interfere with the 5-year apprenticeship program? Your apprenticeship agreement may be canceled if you fail to comply with the standards of this trade, including poor work reports, failing classes, failing to submit complete and accurate progress reports on time. Will this cause you any problems? Are you aware that pre-employment drug screening is required? Finally, under physical requirements, you're going to verify whether you can perform the task contained in the essential job analysis with or without reservations. Well, if you can do everything that's listed in there without reservations, you answer yes. If you answer no, then you have to list what your reservations are down below. If you answered yes, you can do it without reservations. Down here, you'll type in NA. Then you go down to the bottom and sign. By signing my electronic signature below, I am indicating my understanding and stating that, to the best of my knowledge, all information provided on this form is true and accurate. I hereby grant permission to all former employers and references listed to disclose any information concerning my past employment and/or qualifications. I agree that any false statements made by me in this application shall constitute ground for disqualification of my selection or grounds for my discharge if false information is discovered after being selected for apprenticeship. I hereby apply for an apprenticeship indenture with this sponsor and agree that if selected, I will abide by all the standards, rules, and policies covered by the indenture apprenticeship agreement. By typing in your name, you are stating all information above is entered correct and truthfully. And then you put your date down here and click Submit Application. After clicking Submit Application, you'll receive a confirmation email that we've received your application. After reviewing it, you'll receive an invitation to interview the following month, assuming you've met the minimum requirements. Thanks for taking the time to review our application process. We look forward to hearing from you. God bless.